So, just to sort of give you some context, Esther has been called into queendom. She's in royalty now. She's living in the palace. And you kind of pick up through reading that she's really detached from what's going on in the kingdom. It says in chapter 4, verse 4, that when Esther's young women and her eunuchs came and told her that the Jews were going to be annihilated, the queen was deeply distressed. She sent garments to clothe Mordecai so that he might take off his sackcloth, but he would not accept them. So Mordecai has been just wailing and just in complete misery. He's been in sackcloth and ashes. And Esther has been living in royalty. She doesn't really understand the gravity of the situation, and so the only thing she could think to do is to send Mordecai some clothes. And the fact that Mordecai doesn't accept the clothes, I can just imagine him being like, really? That's the least of my concerns right now. We're about to all be destroyed, and you're just going to send me some clothes? And you see later on, if you read, Mordecai sends her an urgent message that she needs to approach the king and do something about this. And when Esther gets this news, she starts freaking out. Like, really? Do you know what could be at stake if I were to approach the king? She says, all the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces know that if any man or woman goes to the king inside the inner court without being called, there is but one law, to be put to death. And so the only thing Esther's really thinking about right now, she's not considering the fact that all of the Jews are about to be massacred. She's just thinking about herself, that if I do this, I could be killed. She wasn't thinking about if she didn't do it, that she would still be killed because she was a Jew, or that everyone was going to be killed if she didn't do something, if she didn't take a chance or step out on faith. So I say all this to say that, one, Esther gave a quick fix. She offered to give Mordecai some clothes. That was her quick fix answer. And Esther was very detached from the entire situation. She didn't realize the gravity of the problem. And I want to read you some excerpts from the book that Beth Moore brought out. She said, if we think we can't do anything about a bad situation, we'd just as soon not have to see it. Here's the trap, however. If we distance ourselves long enough from real needs, we replace them with those that aren't. Pretense becomes the new real, and suddenly a delay in the delivery of our new couch becomes a terrible upset. We are wise to force ourselves to keep differentiating between simple inconveniences and authentic tribulations. The more detached and self-absorbed we become, the more we mistake annoyances for agonies. I realized when I read this that I was really not carrying the burdens of my brothers and sisters, that I was not really being involved in their lives, that I wasn't looking out, I was only looking in and making my life and my little problems out to be the only thing worth my time and my energy and even my prayers. So the Lord's just really teaching me to look out, to pray for others, to consider what's going on in their lives, and to see the bigger picture. And it's something I have to keep asking Him. I have to keep asking God for perspective. But I hope that encourages you in some way. And I hope that you have a pleasant evening. Sweet dreams.